Just what are the best all-round golf clubs of 2025? Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to this YouTube channel. If you had to pick the best driver, the best fairway wood, best hybrid irons, wedges, putter of the year, just what would it be? Today I've put together my top set of golf clubs. Guys, before we get into mine, these videos are more importantly about you than they are about me. So please get in the comments below and let me know. List off what would your best driver be, best fairway, best irons, what have you tested this year that you really enjoyed? And we're going to kick things off with the irons. We're going to go up, down and around because we started on a par 3 randomly and we could have started on a par 4 and started with the driver and gone down the bag, but we're not that organised. So for me, the best golf clubs of 2025 when it comes to the iron category, we need balls, Rob, don't we? We need balls. Do we say these are the best ball? The ball's the only thing that I'm not really certain about because we've had lots of different golf balls released this year. We know the Titleist Pro V1 is the #1 ball in golf and it's probably going to be for quite some time. Is that because of the marketing and the trust element that people have within these balls? I think it potentially could be. I'm a huge fan of the pick still. You know, the TP5 pick, I just think it offers so much while still performing really, really well. I do feel like, so this isn't the best D2C, this is just the best video. So if you wanted a best budget video, I would certainly look at the Kirkland golf balls. We'll be looking more down the Tacoma route for irons and things like that. But when it comes to the best irons of the year for me, they weren't even released this year. So Bob don't even know what's in my hand, do you? No, and it really does go to show, because I want to say huge congratulations to the TaylorMade P770 irons, because they're second. They are so good. I absolutely love those irons. The P790 was revolutionary. The 770, just a little bit smaller, a bit sleeker. But for me, it's these bad boys. And it's funny because these aren't even PXG's latest clubs. These are still a current model. They are still running. They are, of course, the 0317T irons, the hollow-bodied design, and I absolutely love them. But like if I was to go and get like Gen 7s, they're a great club, but just, to me, they don't look as good. Like these are so good looking and so good performing and they feel sensational. The fitting aspect behind them is literally second to none. Like you go and get fitted for them with PXG themselves and you can get obviously all that good stuff. Let's hit a couple of shots into this par 3. I've got 6, Rob. I think it might be too much, but we'll flight it down just a little bit. We're into the wind, aren't we? Winter's now here in the UK, of course. Straight away, look at that for a controlled ball flight, by the way. These irons are so good. I just feel like, where do PXG go next with them? Because we know there's some new things coming from PXG and we know that hollow-bodied market is absolutely huge and it's wide open for so many golfers out there. The one thing I will say about these is they are quite expensive. Like PXG have been known for that. They have, of course, dropped their prices over the last 5 or so years. When they first came to the market, they were really expensive, weren't they? But still all that kind of effort and time and R&D goes into these. So these for me are the best. And they're the best because they are the best all-round club. They're the best forgiving, the best performing, the best looking. And you can just play like shot after shot after shot and you're not disappointed. You know exactly what you're getting. You know how good they feel. And I think everyone can use them. I think high handicappers could use these, mid handicappers could use them, certainly low handicap and pros can use them because they still generate decent spin rates even though they are that hollow bodied design. That's what PXG did so well. That's what Mike Nicolette, the designer at PXG, has absolutely smashed when it comes to these clubs. So guys, what do you think is in this bag apart from these irons? We've got a driver, we've got a mini driver to go out, we've got wedges, we've got a putter, and we've got a fairway wood, which I think it's going to divide opinion. I'm going to go ahead and say it. So, can we stick this close? And I think next we'll talk putter. Oof, that wasn't very good, Bob. But that's how forgiving they are. We might talk wedges because we missed a green with that one. And it opens it up nicely, doesn't it? That, oof. Seamless, yep. Okay, so the best wedges in this ideal setup for 2025. I'll give you a clue. That's disgusting, isn't it? But
ooh, the face looks good.
The face looks fantastic. You know why, Rob? Because they are fantastic. These are the TaylorMade MG5 wedges. I absolutely love these. I love the versatility. I love all the different designs you can get, the different colours you can get. I personally prefer this kind of nice chrome finish with obviously that raw face. I think the raw face for me does look really, really nice, and you can play some outrageous shots with them. I've played them for quite a while, these, and to be honest, like, I was in the office, the garage, I was gonna say the office. I was in the garage, like, trying to sort this video out, thinking about what to have and what we've tested. We've tested pretty much everything, we're very lucky. And I looked at the SM10s and I was like, that's a bit of a cop-out, isn't it? Like the SM10, just like the Pro V1 really, is it the best ball? It probably is, realistically. But if you look at different alternatives, there's such good stuff out there, and that's what I've tried to do with these wedges. I think they're fantastic looking, and you can say, like I said, play some really, really nice shots with them. And like I've tried to kind of give each brand a little bit of an in as well, because I do feel like they all work so hard on what they do to bring great equipment. And that's a perfect example of why I love these wedges. I've caught that a touch skinny and it's done everything I want it to do. It's still released, it's still launched nicely. We've still got that bit of kind of spin control on there. And I do feel that I can just play pretty much whatever shot I want to play with them and still generate the result, the correct result. And that's what golf's all about. It's a results-based business, isn't it, Bob? What we're trying to say here. Oh, that was nice. That's got to have some on it, has it? Oh, absolutely delightful. So like, when testing them, I've got 52, 56 and 60. And the 60 for me in this SX grind, we're going to hit some bunker shots now and just explain a little more about this, because I think this could help so many golfers. When I think you should have something like this in the bag, learn how to use it, learn how to be more versatile, have an arsenal of shots, and I guarantee you'll lower your scores. And that's why I think these are the best wedges of 2025, because for me, it makes me want to go and practice wedge shots. It makes me want to throw some balls down there on the fringe and just play some nice little chips. And whenever a club does that, I think it's doing its job to a T. So one thing I'll say about these wedges is they are expensive. They're not the cheapest wedges that money can buy, but like I said, this video is more around that kind of overall performance. So when I look down at this 60-degree wedge, I think it's absolutely gorgeous for what you want it for. And that forged soft feel gives you everything you want. Usually, you don't have forged wedges. A lot of people do think that because Titleist irons are forged and Mizuno irons are forged, that their wedges are forged. Vokeys aren't forged, Vokeys are cast, exactly. Yeah, except in Asia. So with these, having that kind of really nice forged element to them, you can generate, oh go on then, that was delightful. You can generate that amazing soft feel, and you can start to really play some nice shots like that. If a wedge feels soft, you match it with the right golf ball, you can actually really start to get a little bit more ingenuitive when it comes to your shots. Can that one come back? Oh. Hey? Hey, it's like we've done this before, Bob, isn't it? They're the best wedges of the year in your bag. Now, moving into the best putter of 2025. The ideal bag setup, I think, is a really interesting thing because you can mix and match lots of different brands. I personally love doing that. I used to be that guy who would always just have one brand set throughout. And I realise now how kind of sad that actually is, because you're missing out on so many potential fantastic golf clubs. Now, I'm a huge convert to this brand. I absolutely love this brand new Lab Oz1 HS. Now, I was using the Mez one for quite some time, the big green one with the two fangs on, and I was putting really well with it. It looked a little bit kind of uncouth, if that's the right terminology. And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to put up with it because I'm actually putting really, really well. Do you remember when we were down at Cinque Ports, Rob, playing the Hagen 54? I just like hold so many fantastic putts. And then you're probably thinking, well, James, why on earth would you have changed then? But for me, this is an absolute revelation when it comes to forgiveness in putting, but also looking actually quite nice. Because I'm going to hold my hands up and say it, I don't think Lab putters looked that good. Like I stayed away from them for quite some time. So many people were doing loads of videos on them and comparisons on them, and I was like, no, I don't want to. And then I tried them and I was like, wow, like, what on earth have I been missing out on for all this time? So we'll probably go ahead and miss all three of these putts and show you that this is the best putter of the year. Having been fitted for this by Liam, who's their tour builder and fitter, fantastic guy, lovely gentleman, spent a lot of time with me working on, right, if I stand closer to this, then there's less arc on the stroke, and generally from there, that can really help. And now that Lab can actually change the actual lie angle of the putters, it's a huge game changer, because usually when you talk about low torque putters, there's a big shaft going right into the middle of the head and there's not much they can do about lie angle, whereas now they actually can. So let's miss this 3 times, Bob, and show people how this is the best putter of 2025. I do feel as though what I'm trying to do here is think more about pace and distance. It's kind of taken away all my worries about, oh, if it strike out the toe, if I strike out the heel, whatever. But I can just start to think, right, if I'm going to miss it, the pace is going to be good. And from there, that's absolutely fine. We've picked quite a difficult putt to have a go at here, but standing a bit closer to it, just thinking about what we can do with that roll and seeing the line go end over end over end. I know putter is a really interesting thing for so many people because there's so many different options out there, especially now there's more options out there than ever. But it's funny how a D2C brand that 5 years ago wasn't even a thing is now what I think the best on the market, even if we only get 1 out of 3. How's it missed that, Rob? Okay, so when it comes to fairway woods and hybrids, what are the best of the year? Because there's been some fantastic options. I do feel like the more high lofted hybrids have been a fantastic addition to lots and lots of people's bags. And the same with fairway woods, with 7 woods, with 9 woods, and all that kind of good stuff. But I've got 2 clubs here that I want to just have a discussion with, and it's not that one. But I've got the Callaway, so the fairway wood. That is an absolute beast. I'm almost a little bit against it because it's so expensive, but like when it comes toe-to-toe to performance and stuff, the Elite Titanium feels remarkable, sounds fantastic, goes miles. It probably goes too far, and we have those adjustable weights in there as well, so you can set it a little bit more forgiving, or you can go that little bit kind of more beast mode and play it down. Like realistically, quite frankly, you don't even need, look at that. It does look good, doesn't it? You don't even need a driver in the bag really when you've got that. You might just have that and kind of go with it. So for me, that certainly is up there. And I do feel bad saying that because I don't like things being expensive, but when they're good, I think it's totally fair enough. So Callaway Elite Titanium Fairway would certainly worth a try for anyone out there wanting to part with some cash. You can see that down the par 5 is absolutely ridiculous. That felt fantastic. Now, when it comes to the hybrid, by the way, how annoyed would you be if you spent all your money and that's how your club looked after a shot? Oof, welcome to the UK in November. But it's another offering from Callaway. And I think this, so the Callaway UW, is a fantastic option for anybody who doesn't really like hybrids, but needs a hybrid in the bag. And that's where Callaway have almost taken this market on a little bit. All the other brands aren't really doing what Callaway are doing with this. And I feel like at 17 degrees as well, it could just be the club. Like it's not necessarily a hybrid, it's not a fairway, it's just, oh, I've got that Callaway club. And from there, I know exactly what I'm trying to do with it. I know I can hit it off a tee, I know I can hit it down into a par 5 here. It ticks multiple boxes, and I think versatility within golf clubs is very important. Forgiveness within golf clubs is very important. The one thing I don't really like about it is it makes that whooshing noise on the way back, doesn't it, Bob? Which caught us out a couple of times. But I think overall, for a forgiving, good-looking, versatile golf club, this Callaway Apex Utility could well. Look at that, by the way. Straight over the corner to the par 5. Incredible turf interaction. So good. It is so, so good. What driver would you have him? What driver would you have him, Bob?
The one that you're going to choose.
Like it. Okay, so what is the best driver of the year? If you were going to build the perfect golf bag, what do you think it is? Is it a TaylorMade? TaylorMade, the QI35 has been phenomenal this year. It's flown off the shelves. Is it the Callaway Elite? Is it PXG potentially, the 0311? Is it could be anything, couldn't it? But realistically, I don't think much has come close to that. It's the Ping G440. It's not just any Ping G440, it's the LS Tech, so it's the low spin technology model. We still have the movable weights in there. We have that lovely kind of carbon wrap. We have the forged face. I think that carbon crown looks phenomenal. It's amazing that I've had a driver in the bag all year with turbulators on, because I just think like I do not like the turbulators. For me, that's something which I do understand it, but how much really do you get benefit with it? It's about aerodynamics and things like that, isn't it? But I'd love to see like a Ping Tour driver where they just take them off, shave them off. It'll look absolutely fantastic. It probably does mean they'd be like eating their own words a little bit, wouldn't they? But for me, I've absolutely loved this driver. It's been one of the best I've ever had, to be honest. I feel so confident with it that I can just stand there and hit shots like that. And like, the thing is about the LS Tech, look how far that's gone down there, by the way. The thing, it sounds incredible. Bobby's just took the words out of my mouth there. And the thing is about the LS Tech is it doesn't look much smaller than the standard version. If you put the standard version and the LS Tech together next to each other down looking at the crown from the playing position, they look pretty identical. The fact that Ping have been able to do that, hats off to them. Haircut due.
Could see you through then, it's smashing.
Could you? Haircut's tomorrow, Bob, to be fair. So, but realistically, it's been such a fun, interesting market this year with drives, obviously with all the ones that we mentioned earlier. And the fact that Ping are making what I think, look at that. Like, it's speaking for itself, isn't it? It's absolutely speaking for itself. Now, we've got one more ball to hit here. You might think we've gone through the bag. We've finished the bag. We've done putter, wedges, irons, hybrid. Oh, we're hitting the hybrid, actually. We're filming them in different orders. Remember to get the hybrid in, Bob. Fairway. What else is there? Come here, Bob. Come here. There's a VR golf club if anyone wants that. That's a video coming. Really, really looking forward to that. But there's this. And this for me, so I played the other day, played in the Stableford here at Whalley Park Golf Club with the boys. Had the most fun I think I've had on a golf course in years. Me and Gary were having a really, really good, Gary Martin PJ by the way, if you know him, know Gaz, having a really good kind of head-to-head match. And I was losing to him through 9. I think I was 2 over par and he was 1 over par. And I was just like not quite hitting driver that well. But whenever I took this out, I hit it really, really well and really consistent. So I just thought, right, back 9, I'm just going to hit that. I'm going to get in play. And I finished 2 over par. So I'm quite happy with that, really. Gaz finished 3 over par. So, and this is the thing, like if you have a plan B, if you have something where, because there's nothing worse than if you're on a tee box and you've got driver in your hand and you're thinking, oh, I'm just not sure about this. Whereas realistically, if I can stand here, I know I'm not going to take the same line on with it, but I also know it's going to carry like 260, and I know that I'm going to be generally in play every single time. Like you cannot put a price on that tee shot there. I've absolutely ripped that. It feels fantastic. It sounds good. It's a must-have, I think, to be in people's bags. I honestly think that strongly about it. I loved the Burner mini driver. I think TaylorMade have been doing fantastic things with mini drivers, but this one's the best of the lot. Interestingly, you can see we absolutely piped the Ping driver and we absolutely piped the mini driver. This is the general distance difference that you do see, both on the launch monitor and on the golf course. 10, 15 yards, Rob? But I do feel like a lot more consistent with the mini driver as well. We weren't going to put this in, but we got down here and I thought, well, we might as well put it in.